Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will show you how to get early access to Bitsgap's brand new SBOT version number 2 GridBot. Now, if you're not familiar with how the Bitsgap SBOT operates, it is extremely simple. It is a traditional grid bot, which is basically made up of open limit orders on the buy side and the sell side, which are represented by the red lines you see on the screen and these green lines. Now, the red lines are your open limit sell orders and the green lines are your open limit buy orders. And you are looking for price action that is range bound or moving sideways, as you see here on the screen. And so when the price dumps, the bot is buying low, and when the price pumps, the bot is selling high for profit. And that really is the main objective of the grid bot, is to buy low and sell high. Now, with that all being said, if you're not familiar with Bitsgap, they are basically an all-in-one automated crypto trading platform. However, they're best known for their grid bots. And you can actually get started for free with them, as they do offer a free trial. I will drop a link in the description down below. And if you use my link, you will receive an upgrade to the Pro plan for that free trial. And that's the plan that I actually use. And once you join the platform, you can actually try it out in demo mode and not risk any of your funds. Now, to be clear, you don't actually send any of your funds to Bitsgap. You actually connect your exchange to Bitsgap via API addresses, and you can see down here you can connect Binance, OKX, KuCoin, Bybit, and a whole slew of other exchanges. And again, your money stays in your exchange account, and thus it is as secure as it can be when being held on a third-party exchange. But that's enough jaw-jacking. Let's get to actually setting up and deploying one of these new Bitsgap SBOTs version 2. But before we get too far into the weeds with the actual setup and configuration, you might be asking, what is the difference between SBOT V2 versus the original SBOT? And there are a few benefits. One is the ability to consider residual fees and reinvest them into the bot, supporting the original investment. Next would be the ability to place an accurate order when placing stop loss and take profit without leaving less than the stated accuracy on balance. And a couple other improvements would include placing bot orders without a request for additional purchase, and the ability to invest 99% of the balance when starting a bot. Now, it's great they've made some improvements. I don't know how big of a game changer these improvements are actually going to be, but that is why I will be deploying a bot to Live Fire today and see how it actually performs. Now, with that being said, if you want to deploy one of these new SBOT V2 grid bots, you will need to join the early access platform, which I will show you how to do here in a moment. It's not available to just anybody. You will need to actually get Bitsgap early access, which will not only give you early access to the new SBOT V2, but it will give you early access to any of their new grid bots or any new features on the platform. And in this case, when you get early access to the SBOT V2, you can actually start deploying up to 100 of the SBOT V2s, and this will not be counted against your bot plan limit. But with early access, that basically means the bot is still somewhat in beta mode or being tested, so there could be some glitches. Now, with all that in mind, let's get to actually setting up and deploying one of these new SBOT V2 grid bots. So we jump over here to Bitsgap, and if you're new to Bitsgap, when you first log in, you may want to come over here to My Exchanges, give that a click, and then you will more than likely need to click on Add New Exchange, and then select from the drop down of a variety of different exchanges. And once you select your exchange, you will need to then go to your exchange and create an API key and a secret key, paste them in the appropriate spots, and click connect. And then your exchange should now show in the list of exchanges that you have connected. And so once you have your exchange connected, then you want to come over here to your little user icon, give that a click, and then scroll down to Bitsgap Early Access, click on that. Now I will need to log in, and note when you're logging in, you're logging into the beta portion of Bitsgap. So just click log in, and that will bring up your welcome message to early access. Click got it. Next, you will see a message about SBOT higher accuracy. So that's what we're here to actually deploy today. So I'm just going to click OK. Now that I'm at the main dashboard, I should be able to click on Start New Bot, and you will see SBOT V2. Give that a click. You'll get a message that it's in beta mode. As I mentioned, beta mode means there could be some glitches. I'm fine with that. I want to test this out, so I click Accept. Next, I need to select my exchange, so I can click on the drop down and select from all the exchanges I have connected. For today's example, I will be using KuCoin, so I just click on KuCoin. Now I need to select the pair I want to actually have this bot trade. And today, I think I will deploy this bot on ETH USDT. So we just type in ETH USDT, and that's going to be this pair right here. Give that a click. And that will pull up a chart for ETH USDT. I prefer to look at the 4-hour chart when configuring these bots. And so I will change that from the 1-hour candles to the 4-hour candles right here. And as I mentioned earlier, ETH has been pretty much range bound, essentially from about 1280 down here to around 880, I believe it is. And so with this type of price action, the bot is buying the dip and selling the rip back up. Buys the dip, sells the rip, buys the dip, and is currently selling the rip back up if I had an active bot running. So now we have our exchanges, KuCoin, the pair is ETH USDT. Now I need to decide how much ammo I want to actually give this bot to go to fight with, and I will give it 500 USDT. Now I need to select the lower price for the grid bot. How low will it go and buy on the way down? And I also need to select the high price. Now I will have trailing up turned on, so it is essentially going to follow that price up regardless of where I set my high price. And thus I don't actually have to set the high price very high because again the bot will trail up and reconfigure the grid as the price goes up. Now, for my low price, I typically look for prior support, which could be this level here, which would be around that $1,000 range. Or if we look back a little further back here, then we're looking at that 880. I think I will actually set my low price to 850. And then for my high price, I look for prior resistance, and we see prior resistance coming in around the 1270 to 1280 range. So we will put the high price at 1270. And now you can see my high price is where ETH's price has been running into resistance and then selling off. Now I need to select my grid step, and my grid step would be the space in between each one of these lines. Right now you can see that grid space is really tight because it's only 0.32% in between each line. I prefer a higher grid space as that seems to produce a higher level of profit. So in this case, I'm going to take that from the 0.32% to 0.9%, so almost 1%. And you can now see that that grid spacing has spread out considerably, and now there is a 1% space between each one of these grid lines. Now with the 0.9% grid step or grid spacing, I will end up with 45 grid levels, which are the green lines and red lines. And obviously it's lopsided because the price is currently closer to my high price than it is to my low price. Now, the next two options are take profit and stop loss. In this case, I will not be deploying the take profit. I'm willing to let this bot run regardless of my profit level. I don't have a profit target set for this grid bot. And then as far as a stop loss, the same thing applies with ETH. If it buys all the way down, I'm perfectly fine with that. I can hold ETH. If the price goes to $400, I will continue to hold ETH. That is my strategy. I recommend if you're trading crap coins or you're looking for quick profit and you want to limit your risk, you should definitely set a stop loss. But for today's video, I will not be enabling either one of these two features. Now, trailing up, you can see I have toggled on because I am willing to let this bot follow the price up if ETH goes on a run towards the top side. And then pump protection, I am going to disable pump protection. I did a video recently about this, and honestly, I haven't seen much of a difference with it on or off. But with ETH, I'm not so worried about pump and dump as you might be with a crap coin. But I don't trade crap coins, so pump protection really doesn't apply to the majority of the coins that I actually trade. Now everything is set. I have my exchange KuCoin. The pair is going to be ETH USDT. My investment amount is 500 USDT. My low price is 850, so the bot would buy all the way down to 850. If the price drops below 850, my bot will be out of range and have to wait for the price to return back into range to start trading. And then my high price is 1270. However, I have trailing up enabled, so it will follow the price up and will continue to be in range as the price goes up. Now my grid step is 0.9% and I have a total of 45 grids on the board. Did not enable take profit or stop loss. Trailing up is enabled and pump protection is disabled. So now I can click on backtest and see how this bot might perform had I deployed it previously with these settings. And the key there is you need to remember that past performance does not guarantee future results. And you can see the 3-day results would be 1.24% with my trading fee set at 0.1%. Now on KuCoin, I know I pay 0.08% for my trading fee. And so I did bump up the 3-day results very little to 1.28%, which is not great. Normally I'd be shooting for at least 0.5% profit per day, but anything over 0.25% profit per day in a bear market like we're in today, especially with the objective of accumulating ETH at a lower price, if that's all this bot did, I would consider that winning the battle. So I'm good to go with those numbers, and I just need to click the start button. And so now I have a quick preview of the actual parameters we just configured. The bot type is the new SBOT V2, exchange KuCoin, pair ETH USDT. Profit currency is USDT, so when it sells for profit, when it hits the red lines, I will be capturing USDT as profit. The sell orders will be approximately 0.05 ETH, which would be the total of these red lines are the sell orders on the grid. The buy orders would be around 433 USDT. As you can see, I have a lot more buy orders than I do have sell orders. The total number of grids or levels is 45. The step or grid space is at 0.9%. The high price was 1270 with the trailing up mode enabled. Pump protection is off and my low price is 850. Now I can click confirm as that is all good to go. The bot is starting up. You can see the grid lines are starting to populate the chart and the bot has started. So I can just click done. And if I scroll down, you can see I now have a ETH USDT grid early access. So this one is the SBOT V2, and my BTC bot I deployed just about 30 days ago is a standard SBOT grid bot. So we'll see how the new SBOT performs, and I will do a update video in the near future, so now would be a good time to shoot that subscribe button. If you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. If you have questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. I will drop a link to Bitsgap in the description down below. And in closing, remember, never send your money in the battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.